Blind Cat and the Sparrow, a friendship beyond sight. In the heart of a bustling city, nestled between towering skyscrapers and the rhythmic hum of traffic, there existed a little cat named Mittens. Mittens wasn't like the other cats. She was born without the ability to see. Despite her blindness, Mittens possessed a spirit that refused to be dimmed. Her world was filled with sound, smell, and touch, and she navigated it with grace and curiosity. One day, as Mittens was exploring her surroundings, she stumbled upon a melody that was both enchanting and intriguing. This song was coming from a sparrow that had made a nest atop a nearby building. Intrigued, Mittens began to search for the source of the music. As she got closer, she could hear the sparrow singing more clearly. Its voice was sweet and melodious, and the cat found herself captivated by its song. Every day when Mittens heard the sparrow singing, she would come to the window and listen. The sparrow, oblivious to its admirer, would sing its heart out, filling the air with its beautiful music. Mittens yearned to meet this mysterious songstress, but being a cat, she also had a natural instinct to hunt. This created a conflict within her, a desire to both pursue the singing sparrow and protect it from becoming prey. As days turned into weeks, Mittens' longing to meet the sparrow grew stronger. She continued to sit by the window, listening to its songs and dreaming of the day they might become friends. The sparrow, unaware of the admiration it had gained, continued to fill the air with its enchanting melodies. Then, one day, something extraordinary happened. A heavy rainstorm swept through the city, winds howling, rain pouring. The storm raged on for hours, and when it finally subsided, the world was transformed. The trees swayed in the wind, the flowers drooped their heads, and the sparrow's nest, it was destroyed. The little bird huddled beneath a nearby bush, shivering and scared. It looked up and saw Mittens peering at it from the windowsill. For a moment, their eyes met, and in that instant, the sparrow understood that it was being watched by the very cat it had been singing to all this time. Fear gave way to surprise as the sparrow hopped closer to the window. Mittens, in turn, lowered her body, tail still, ears perked forward in a gesture of friendliness. The sparrow took a hesitant step closer, and, in that small act of courage, a remarkable friendship began to blossom. Mittens, understanding the sparrow's fear, let out a soft meow, her voice gentle and reassuring. The little bird chirped back, its voice trembling but determined. And so began an unusual bond between a blind cat and a songbird who had once been strangers, brought together by music and an act of kindness. The sparrow hopped onto the windowsill, and Mittens, guided by her acute hearing, slowly approached. She sniffed the bird, her whiskers twitching, taking in its scent. The sparrow ruffled its feathers, a gesture of trust and comfort. And Mittens, sensing the bird's vulnerability, nuzzled against it, offering warmth and protection. From that day on, they were inseparable. The sparrow, whom Mittens had named Melody, would spend her days with Mittens. She would perch on the cat's back as Mittens explored her surroundings, guiding her with her keen eyesight and sharing the wonders of the world that Mittens couldn't see. In return, Mittens would share her food with Melody, ensuring that her friend was well fed and cared for. As the sun set each evening, casting long shadows across the city, Melody would fly to her favorite spot atop a nearby tree to sing, and Mittens, unable to see the songbird's performance, would sit nearby, listening intently, her heart swelling with pride and love for her friend. One evening, as Melody perched on her branch and began to sing, a group of sparrows flew over, cawing loudly. They were drawn to Melody's beautiful voice and curious about the cat who sat patiently listening to her song. Melody finished her song and turned to face her admirers, her chest puffed out proudly. "Why do you sing with a cat?" one of the sparrows asked, tilting his head in confusion. "She can't even see your beautiful songs," another added, chirping skeptically. Melody hopped closer to the questioning sparrows, her voice firm and clear. "I sing for many reasons," she said, "but most of all, I sing because I love to. And besides, Mittens is my best friend, and I know she enjoys my music." The sparrows exchanged glances, surprised by Melody's loyalty and affection for the blind cat. They had never seen such a unique friendship before. One of the sparrows, whose name was Sparky, hopped closer to Mittens and nudged her with his wing. "Are you not bothered by the fact that you are blind?" he asked curiously. Mittens opened her eyes slowly, revealing pools of amber that shone with wisdom and serenity. "No, Sparky," she purred softly, "being blind has taught me to rely on my other senses and to appreciate the world in a different way. I may not see the sunshine, but I feel its warmth on my fur. I may not see the flowers, but I smell their sweet fragrance. And I may not see you, my friend, but I hear your beautiful songs, and that is enough for me." Sparky and the other sparrows were mesmerized by Mittens' words. They had never heard such a graceful acceptance of one's limitations. They realized that although they had the gift of sight, they couldn't see beyond the obvious. They couldn't see the strength and resilience that resided in Mittens' gentle eyes. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, the sparrows prepared to leave. They had much to discuss, and their minds raced with thoughts about the remarkable cat who had captured their attention. "Thank you for teaching us a valuable lesson today, Mittens," Sparky said, bowing his head in respect. "You have shown us that sight is not everything and that true beauty lies within." Before the sparrows took flight, Melody hopped closer to Mittens and nuzzled her friend's ear. "I'm glad you came to visit today," she whispered. "It means a lot to me that you and my friends have accepted me for who I am." And so, with newfound understanding and respect, the sparrows took to the sky, their voices echoing across the city, carrying with them the lessons they had learned from the wise blind cat and the songbird. Mittens and Melody's friendship became a beacon of light in the bustling city, a testament to the power of acceptance, kindness, and the beauty of music. Their story spread far and wide, touching the hearts of all who heard it, reminding everyone that true friendship knows no bounds and that sometimes the greatest joys come from the most unexpected sources. As the years passed, Mittens and Melody's bond only grew stronger. They faced life's challenges together, supporting and loving each other through thick and thin. And as the sun set each evening, casting long shadows across the city, they would sit together, the blind cat and the songbird, listening to the music of their friendship, which echoed through the ages.